Hello everyone, I'm back, and I got a script this time. My last video was a little bit all over the place. I literally recorded it. I was getting ready for class and I was like, what if I just record a YouTube video? And then I started filming the video and then I skipped class to film the video. Like, it was very much last minute rambling. I was just saying whatever. I didn't have anything organized, planned, and the audio and video weren't even synced when I uploaded it to YouTube, so it's a little bit delayed. So I'm hoping this time I can make everything a little bit more cohesive. I don't know why I said that word like that. Cohesive. I'm hoping I can make it a little bit more cohesive. Weirdly enough, I've been thinking about recording this video for the past few days, and then I was like, okay, I'll record it on Sunday, you know, that's my free day. I wake up this morning, first thing I do is open up Twitter, and I see Pop Crave post, Happy National Whale Day. And I was like, oh my god, there couldn't have been a better day to record this video. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite animals, the sperm whale. I feel like Pride and Prejudice every time I wear this shirt. Like, I'm like, Mr. Darcy. I'm like Elizabeth. I'm like channeling her right now. Oh my god. So there's two different families of whale. We have the baleen whales, which are whales that are filter feeders. They have bristles. Those are whales like the humpback whale, blue whale. They eat a lot of like smaller organisms like shrimp or krill. And then we have the toothed whales. Toothed. And those are whales like sperm whales, orcas, belugas, dolphins. They don't have bristles. They have teeth and they hunt. So sperm whales are the largest toothed whale, and they can weigh all the way from 35 to 45 tons, and they reach up to 24 meters. And I'll show a picture here to kind of show you guys how large these guys can be. Whales in general, a lot of people actually don't know this, but whales in general, they're mammals, so they used to be land animals. Their ancestors were land mammals, and they decided to go back into the water, and they haven't left since, and they evolved in the water. And I think it's pretty sick that we all left the water and they were like, you know what, we're gonna go back, and they did. And they live in the water, and they're really big and really cool. This is what the whale ancestor used to look like. That's what they used to look like. And 50 million years ago, he was like, you know what, the land ain't for me. I'm going back into the water. And he did. And that's why whales are here today. So as cool as whales are, we unfortunately have a pretty dark past when it comes to whales. We've done them pretty dirty with sperm whales in particular. So in the 18th to 20th century, humans discovered that the sperm whale had these compartments inside of their head that were filled with a waxy-like substance called spermaceti. And then they discovered that this waxy-like substance was very flammable and also very good as a lubricant. So they proceeded to hunt down as many sperm whales as they could and used the spermaceti in their brain to basically light up everything. They used it as a fuel source, a light source, and they also used it as a lubricant for machinery, for important machinery. Because of this, sperm whales almost went completely extinct. We almost killed off all of the sperm whales because we were killing them to use their brain liquids as a candle, basically. So, yeah, we do them pretty dirty. In the late 1800s, they finally stopped the hunting of sperm whales due to two different factors. One being that the population was so low that they just couldn't find sperm whales anymore to use. And then second, they created substitutes that they could use instead of the spermaceti. So towards the end of the later 1800s, it stopped. And then in the 1980s is when there was finally like a complete total whale ban. Like, nobody could hunt whales at all anymore. And this whale ban finally allowed for species of numerous different kinds of whales. It allowed for their species numbers to recover. But unfortunately, sperm whales are still considered endangered, which sucks. So that was a little bit dark. But now that we're done with the more historical aspects of sperm whales, we can get into why I think sperm whales are so freaking cool. I just realized you can see this Temu humpback whale poster I have in my room in the back of the shot. But, my mom bought that for me because she knows I like whales. And I felt so bad, I had to put it up. And there's other ones in my room too. She bought multiple. And they're all from Temu. And they all look AI generated, but I had to put them up. I'm getting distracted. Sorry. But the first reason why I think sperm whales are so sick is because of the way that they hunt. So whenever you see pictures of sperm whales online, they always have these like scratches, scars all over them. And you might be wondering, why are they so beat up? Well, the reason why these guys are so beat up is because of their favorite food. Their meal of choice is giant squid and colossal squids. They almost exclusively hunt them. They will hunt other animals like sharks, rays, deep sea fish, but their meal of choice is giant and colossal squids. So they're beat up because on the daily they're having huge battles underneath the water, sometimes 2,000 meters down, with giant and colossal squids. And these guys need to eat about 3% of their body weight each day. So these guys are big backs. And when you're so deep, it's really dark under the ocean. So sperm whales, like dolphins, use clicks in order to echolocate their surrounding area, also to be able to find prey. And they also use it for social aspects as well, but I'll get into that later. So yes, sperm whales can typically hunt up to 2,000 meters below the surface. They can go for around 90 minutes. Obviously, they're still mammals, so they gotta come up for oxygen. But you might be wondering, like, a normal mammal going 2,000 meters below the surface, they would die. You would get nitrogen in your blood. Like, the pressure would kill you. So how is it that sperm whales are able to go so far below the surface of the water? It's because they're sick as hell. Like I said before, they're sick as hell because they're able to completely collapse their lungs and put the oxygen into different muscles of their body in order to avoid the crushing pressures of waters that deep, and also getting nitrogen in their bloodstream. They slow down their heart rate, so they're able to efficiently use the oxygen for as long as they can. And they go down and they hunt the giant squid 2,000 meters below the surface, which is pretty sick. So that's pretty cool, I would say. But I honestly think that the coolest thing about sperm whales is their clicks, or their codas. So, like I said, similar to dolphins, sperm whales use clicking as a means to echolocate, but also as a way to communicate with other sperm whales. Their clicks can reach up to about 240 decibels, and a jet engine is 140. That's what I have written down right here, 140 to 150. So these guys get really loud. And even divers that have swam near sperm whales have described like temporary deafness after swimming so close to them because of how loud they are. It's actually not, it can be permanent deafness. It can completely rupture your eardrums, so. And also cause paralysis, temporary paralysis of the hand. So these guys get loud. But besides for hunting, they use this clicking, their clicks, as a form to be able to communicate with one another, with other sperm whales. And these are referred to as codas. So just like humans string together sentences using words, sperm whales do the exact same thing. They string together different kinds of clicks, different rhythmic patterns in order to form sentences in order to communicate with other sperm whales. Just like humans, sperm whales are highly social creatures, so they need a way to be able to communicate with each other, especially when they're hunting or just to be able to exchange information with one another. So their clicks, their codas are essential to their communication. Their language has been studied by humans, and it could potentially be even more complex than human language when it comes to its structure. Obviously not its content. We also can't really completely understand what sperm whales are saying, but their structure, the clicks that they use, could be even more complex than human language. Their codas have been picked apart, and we've been able to find A and I vowels within their language, which were essential building blocks to human speech. So there's that too. They take turns talking to one another and responding, which is also similar to human speech. And just like humans, they have different dialects depending on which part of the world that they're from. So specific sperm whales in one region speak a different dialect of coda than another sperm whale from a different region. And there's about 150 different dialects of codas that scientists have been able to discover. And I hate AI. if AI has 10 haters, I'm one of their haters. If AI has 5 haters, I'm one of their haters. If AI has 0 haters, I'm dead. Oh, I just cracked myself up. Anyways, yeah, I hate AI, but scientists are using AI as a way to be able to decipher whale codas in hopes of being able to one day understand their language. And I think that's really sick. I think that's more like what we should be using AI for. But yeah, anyways, I hope that one day we are able to talk with sperm whales. That'd be sick as hell. That would be my dream. Because I'm #1 whale lover. I'm giving myself cringe. So yes, sperm whales are very smart. And they even have the same neurons that we have in our brain, spindle neurons, which are associated with social cognition, empathy, self-awareness, which means that they could potentially be conscious, which is crazy to think about because I feel like as humans, we tend to think that we're the only animals on the planet that are conscious, but they could be conscious, which is just something interesting to think about. Last but not least, sperm whales also have an additional lobe in their brain called the paralimbic lobe, and this lobe is thought to be in charge of complex emotion, again, self-awareness, empathy, grief, and this is an additional lobe that whales have in their brains that us humans, we don't have that. So they could potentially feel emotions even deeper than we do, or maybe even in a different way than we do. But yeah, codas are also processed through these parts of their brain. So yeah, these sperm whales are sick as hell, and I really wish that we treated whales better than we do. But yeah, that was the video. That was sperm whales. I feel like there couldn't have been a better day. Like, it's National Whale Day. You guys gotta get in on your whale facts on National Whale Day. Come on now. And I hope the 5 people that view this, if that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah.